My name's Duddits, I do builds and stuff. Today's video is going to be about timed detonations. We're going to be featuring 3 different ways of explosions. We'll start off with the new Malpaise, atomizing rounds. You're going to embed themselves and you can detonate them. Also, we'll be featuring young Ahamkaras, which do a solar detonation and scorch. And we will be pairing it up with Gunpowder Gamble and this insane rocket launcher. We all know how good this thing is. Cluster Bomb Braid Legacy for even more Tripmine energy and ability energy. There's all sorts going on in this build. Spawn killing with detonations, unraveling rounds, suspension, cauterized darkness, loads and loads of damage. And like I said, timed detonations everywhere, so stay tuned, I'll break it down. We'll start off with this absolutely insane pulse rifle, new Malpaise, atomizing rounds fired, embed themselves into targets, they'll detonate themselves, or you can hold to reload to self-detonate. It's also got suspending blast on there. When you detonate a large number of rounds embedded in a single target, it will suspend them, and the catalyst has got unraveling rounds whenever you detonate, so you get suspension, unraveling rounds, and atomizing rounds all built into one. This pulse is absolutely insane. Very, very underrated in my opinion. I don't think people know how strong this is just yet, but you'll see there. Embed themselves, you can hold to reload, that will apply unraveling rounds, and against a target that is suspendable, it will also suspend. But just having the extra damage, this thing puts out really strong damage. I've used this in epic raids and tier 5 raids, etc. Adding young Ahamkara's spine, this is going to improve your Tripmine grenades. Now these will self-detonate, or they will also stay on like an area for a long period of time and detonate when something walks into them. So basically the little loop of play is add some new Malpaise atomizing rounds. You can detonate them or just let them detonate themselves, and you've got that young Ahamkara spine Tripmine just doing that extra bit of damage as well. So you've got 2 different ways of causing explosions. You're applying scorch, unraveling rounds as well. So you're applying 2 debuffs there as well. You got your solar debuff from scorch and your unraveling rounds from strand. Adding Gunpowder Gamble, defeat targets to charge up an improvised solar explosive. This will cause ignitions. You can shoot it in midair to explode, or you can leave it on the target. Again, like the atomizing rounds, the explosions from the new Malpaise. You can add that, add the Tripmine, and add the atomizing rounds all at the same time. So you can literally cause 3 different ways of explosions. And you're going to apply scorch, unraveling rounds, suspension. And the added bonus to that, you actually apply loads of damage, and you're actually proccing cauterized darkness this season. This is excellent for all different types of content. It doesn't work against bosses, but anything like tanky targets, banes, champions, etc., it's going to work. So that's just an added bonus. Your unraveling rounds is going to improve your Tripmine grenade damage and your Gunpowder Gamble damage just as an added little bonus. You've got all sorts of goodness going on there. Cauterized, like I said, unravel, suspension, atomizing rounds, Gunpowder Gamble, scorch, Tripmines, all added very easily into play. You can actually use these to spawn kill as well. I've got better examples, but you can put your atomizing rounds on the floor, your Gunpowder Gamble, or your Tripmine, and just destroy spawns as well. Now, I did a full-on Tripmine build a couple of weeks back. I'm not going to fully focus into it too much because I'll link that video, but we've got a bit of healing with this build as well via the Lustrous Armour Set. The 4-piece Rapid Solar Final Blows will heal you. Now, when you pair that up with your Ember of Resolve, Solar Grenade Final Blows cure you. Tripmine and Gunpowder Gamble, that will proc that. And also, just as another little bonus, Ember of Mercy, when you pick up a Fire Sprite, you're going to get a bit of restoration. Now, your Tripmine and your Gunpowder Gamble and your solar kills paired up with your Lustrous Armour Set from the Solstice event will add a nice little bit of healing on young Ahamkara's spine builds. So you can just see there, it's not absolutely insane, but it works pretty nicely. It's just an extra little bonus because don't forget young Ahamkara's spine have always struggled with a bit of healing. And you can also add heal clip weapons into this mix as well. But just for getting back to what the actual video was about, was the explosions or the detonations. There are loads of different ways of detonations. You can use this for ad clearance, and you can also use this just for a bit of extra damage against bosses, and it absolutely destroys certain bosses as well, staggering them completely all of the time from the atomizing rounds. And a quick clip of that Cauterized Darkness as well. You're going to be able to apply Unraveling Suspension, get extra damage on your solar grenades, because Cauterized is great for solar damage. So all added little bonuses, and the amount of like little bits of fun you can actually do with this build. There's loads of different like little things you can do, like the suspensions, for example, which is extremely handy for tanky targets. Now, Cauterized Darkness, it's sort of like it's not very popular because it don't work against bosses, but it is very, very good. Just getting that extra 30% on your Tripmine grenades and things like that. Because not everything is bosses. In fact, 99% of things in game are actually bosses. So Cauterized Darkness, just a free debuff. And you've also got the very obvious grenade and ability spam, all built in with your young Ahamkara's spine builds. You can literally spam your Gunpowder Gamble, throwing knives, blade barrage in your Tripmines, just anyway. This is just like a standard sort of thing with young Ahamkara's spine. But all we're doing is adding that new Malpaise into it and adding them extra detonations, Unraveling Suspension. It just works really, really nice, and it's a very, very solid. Everything you've seen so far, apart from the first two clips, has been ultimate mode. So it's pretty, pretty strong. And again, the one thing you will notice when you use this, the amount of staggering that you do against bosses, it is really, really helpful. And you're putting out absolute crap ton of damage. It just feels really, really nice. Now, there is just a little bit more to show you, just as an added bonus. Like I said, I will link my original Tripmine video as well. I will have a dim link for this as well, but if you add in the new rocket launcher, for example, with Cluster Bomb, this with a Bray Legacy perk is absolutely crazy. You get so much abilities back with this because the Bray Legacy, as we know, is pairing nicely with the Cluster Bomb. So this is just like an even added bonus. You can run it a solo weapon, but I really like to run this because this is just going to give you infinite ability energy as well on top. So even like a stat cheat as well, if you're a bit short on your discipline, on your grenade stat, get this on, and this is going to help boost out big time. I sat in Mythic for about 40 minutes this morning, and it made no difference. It was exactly the same as I was doing the ultimate mode. Felt very, very strong. So fun, guys, as well. So if you're bored of sticking to the same hunter build, get this on. You won't be disappointed. It is extremely, extremely fun. And like I said, very viable in all different types of content. I hope you found this video somewhat helpful. Thanks for watching. Like I said, I'll leave a dim link. Have a great day.